The book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 7. Let them melt away as waters which run continually. Let them melt away as waters which run continually. Baba Kashai Yahweh Shem Yahushai. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be as cut in pieces.
We are unique among the world's armies. We are unique among the world's militaries. We don't take tribe.
And he's retired. I'm not talking about that verse. Isn't for him. He's retired. It's for all of Esau Edom, for the whole house of Esau Edom, except for Russia. Until Yahweh comes.
We don't take an oath to a country. We are unique among the world's armies. We are unique among the world's militaries. We don't.
Every white person is not an Edomite. All right. The seed of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. That's from the land of ancient Egypt. Went into the land of Egypt 80 souls strong. And Israel himself was there. Yasha Allah himself was there. Now, you Google, when were the children of Israel in ancient Egypt? You cannot tell from thousands of years ago who the daddy is from them 80 souls that went into Egypt that year. You Google that year. What year was that? You can't tell who the daddy is, who the great daddy is, because of marriages, captivities, and stuff like that. Now, I want you to hear this. Now, Putin is about to stop selling oil to Europe. All right, so IUIC, they're going to need Bishop Nate to help them pay their bills. The men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he will provide. But IUIC, you're going to need Bishop Nate to send you some money.
We are unique.
Or send you back your money.
Among the world's armies. We are unique among the world's militaries. We don't take an oath to a country. We don't take an oath to a tribe. We don't take an oath to a religion. We don't take an oath to a king or a queen or to a tyrant or a dictator. And we don't take an oath to a wannabe dictator. We don't take an oath to an individual. We take an oath to the Constitution, and we take an oath to the idea that is America, and we're willing to die to protect it. Those values and ideas.
And that's what they're going to have to do. All right? That's what they're going to have to do, because World War III is halfway over. All right? As soon as that draft kicks in, we at the end of the war. All right, now, this is the video I want to get Putin.
As the war in West Asia disrupts global energy supplies, a new warning is now coming from Moscow. Russian President Vladimir Putin has suggested that Russia could immediately stop supplying gas to European countries. And if that happens, Europe could face an unprecedented energy supply shock. Speaking in Moscow, Putin said Russia may consider shifting its energy exports away from Europe right now. He suggested that Moscow could move supplies to more lucrative markets instead. His statement came amid reports that Europe plans to ban Russian gas imports. Putin insisted that Russia has...
Now, since Europe wanted to ban Russia imports next month, but the Israelis and Babylon the Great have attacked Iran before Europe made their move, now Europe is in a crisis. Now Putin is like, listen, man, y'all playing games anyway. I got money to make. I ain't got time to be wasting. I'll make my money somewhere else, man. What y'all talking about? We doing our own banking system anyway. We trying to get away from the petrodollar anyway. They ain't trying, they doing it. All right, listen up.
Always been a reliable energy supplier. but suggested that if Europe is preparing to cut Russian gas anyway, Moscow may decide to stop selling it first.
Still, Europeans have said that they plan to impose restrictions on purchasing the Russian gas, that they plan to do it in a month, with the 24th being the last day, and starting from the 25th, they will impose restrictions on gas, including liquefied gas. And in 2027, they will impose further restrictions up to a total ban. At the same time, other markets are opening up. And perhaps it would be more profitable for us to stop supplying the European market right now.
And the warning comes at a time.
So, I believe that we're not too far from this scripture coming to pass so heavy that they already thinking about bombing Babylon the Great. Revelation chapter 17, verse 6. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. The whore is Babylon the Great. All right, now the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast are the Edomites, the EU European nations, EU NATO nations, Edomites. All right. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right, so Esau, Edom, as Yahushua said, a kingdom divided cannot stand. And this to make Edomites suffer, because Jacob is always in trouble. Jacob is in trouble. Jacob is definitely in trouble. But for Esau, Edom to suffer, and they the ones with the that could utterly burn the whore with fire, man, and make her desolate. The Israelis and Babylon the Great, they done messed up, man. They done really messed up. That's why Trump talking about I'll send the ships, I'll guide the ships, I'll protect the ships. Putin don't want you protecting his ships and sailing along next to his ships. All right? Putin don't need you protecting his ships and sailing along his ships. It's beautiful.
And when Europe is already facing the global energy squeeze, the ongoing war involving Iran, Israel, and the United States.
So Europe is already, how do we know? We ain't over there, right? Europe is already facing an energy crisis squeeze. And Putin like, yo, you figure it out. You had a plan already. You figured out. I got money to make, man. You already said you had another connect, and I wasn't gonna be making no more money off y'all. So I already got y'all out my budget book. Y'all ain't even in my budget, my my income budget no more. I ain't tripping over y'all. This is beautiful. Tawadi Yahabashim Yahushai. All right, I have to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, the Kakodash. All right, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for enduring, laboring in the footsteps of the prophets that they've labored in. Double honors to those prophets as well that died laboring in the name of Yahabashim Yahushai, Tawadi Yahabashim Yahushai, for High Priest Ariyah. It was an honor and a pleasure to meet him and to hear his testimony of what took place in that small room out of Harlem, New York. Now, double honors to the bishops as well. And that's who I learned the truth from. I learned from IUIC, I learned from HOI, Watchmen for Israel, but I learned the truth, the complete truth from Yahabashim Yahushai through the apostles and elders of GMS, all right, and bishops as well. So Lord willing, I'll put this link in the description box. I'll play a little bit more.
The ongoing war involving Iran, Israel, and the United States has thrown one of the world's most important energy routes into chaos. The Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway in the Gulf that carries nearly 1/5 of the world's oil and a large share of global gas shipments. But with Iran claiming complete control of this strait as it faces US strikes, the transit from this waterway has virtually come to a standstill, with only Russian and Chinese ships reportedly being allowed to pass. Multiple merchant ships have come under attack in this region since the conflict began. And for Europe, that creates a massive problem. Since Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022, Europe has been trying to reduce its dependence on Russian energy. Many countries switched to liquefied natural gas, much of it coming from Qatar, the UAE and the United States. But the current war in West Asia is now disrupting most of these supplies. Energy prices are already rising. European natural gas prices have nearly doubled in a matter of days. And that means higher electricity bills, more expensive heating, and increased costs for industries across the continent. Putin has blamed European trade policies for what looks like an impending energy crisis.
What is happening today in the European energy market?
So Esau blame Esau. Right, the house is divided. Putin's an Edomite. Right, and notice they said West Asia. Right, they didn't say whatever the heck they try to teach us is called. They said Western Asia.